Number: the storm before the rainbow. There is something about storms that terrifies the human soul. The darkening skies, the violent winds, the shaking of everything that once felt stable. Storms have a way of interrupting comfort. They do not ask permission. They do not announce their arrival politely. They arrive suddenly, aggressively, and unapologetically. And perhaps, at this very moment, you feel it. Not a storm in the sky, but a storm in your life. A storm in your finances. A storm in your health. A storm in your family. A storm in your spirit. You feel the pressure. You feel the uncertainty. You feel the fear creeping into your thoughts, whispering that maybe this storm is here to destroy you. But what if I told you something extraordinary? The storm is not your enemy. The storm is your announcement. Because without the storm, there can never be a rainbow. Understand this powerful spiritual truth. Rainbows are not born in comfort. They are born in chaos. Rainbows do not appear in calm weather. They appear after disruption, after turbulence, after shaking. The rainbow is proof that the storm did not win. In the book of Genesis, after the great flood, when the earth had been overwhelmed by destruction, it was not silence that God left behind, it was a promise. And that promise was revealed through a rainbow to Noah. The storm came first. The promise came after. This is the pattern of God. Storms prepare you for what comfort cannot. Comfort does not build strength. Resistance does. Gold is not purified in cold water. It is purified in fire. And you, right now, may feel like you are in that fire. But the fire is not there to consume you. It is there to refine you. Think about Job. He lost everything: his wealth, his security, his family, his health. He stood in the middle of a storm so severe that even those closest to him told him to give up. But Job refused, because he understood something most people do not. Storms do not last forever, but the strength they produce does. And when the storm passed, Job did not just recover. He was restored beyond what he had before. Storms reveal who you truly are. Anyone can speak faith when life is easy. Anyone can believe when the skies are clear. But can you believe when everything goes dark? Can you stand when the winds push against you? Can you trust when you cannot see the outcome? When Moses stood before the Red Sea, it looked like a storm of impossibility. Behind him was an army. In front of him was an ocean. There was no visible escape. But the storm was not there to end him. It was there to reveal the power of God. The sea did not open in comfort. It opened in crisis. Your greatest miracles will not happen in convenience. They will happen in confrontation. There are blessings that only exist on the other side of storms. There is wisdom you cannot gain without pain. There is strength you cannot develop without resistance. There is faith you cannot build without uncertainty. Even David had to face Goliath before he wore the crown. The storm was not the end of his story. It was the introduction to his destiny. And the same is true for you. This storm is not your conclusion, it is your preparation. And never forget this truth above all truths. The presence of a storm does not mean the absence of God. When the disciples were in the boat, and the winds were raging, and the waves were crashing, they believed they were going to die. But they forgot who was with them. Jesus Christ was in the storm with them. And with just his words, he commanded peace. This is the mystery of faith. God does not always prevent the storm, but he always provides his presence within it. Because the storm has an assignment: to transform you, to strengthen you, to elevate you. So if you feel the storm coming, do not panic. Stand firm. Do not run. Prepare. Do not lose faith. Activate it. Because the storm is not proof that you are forgotten. It is proof that something powerful is forming. The rain must fall. The winds must blow. The sky must darken. Because only then can the rainbow appear. And when your rainbow appears, it will not just be beautiful. It will be evidence. Evidence that you survived. Evidence that you endured. Evidence that what was meant to break you became what built you. So hold on. Your storm is temporary, but your rainbow is eternal.